Welcome to Amherst Stadium in Jacksonville, Alabama. Basically a month into the season, here in week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the UTEP Miners and the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with the Gamecocks head coach before the game. This wide receiver has been unstoppable all season. He will be a huge part of their game plan today. The quarterback might be young, but they have put some things into their offensive game plan to make sure they're able to get the ball to their star player.
The Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the UTEP Miners offense will go to work first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's gritty, great attention to detail, solid hands. He'll have to be accounted for in this passing attack.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just
snatches it on the right. You want to talk about changing field position. The huge play takes it down to the 37.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Dropping back, it's Colson. Open on the left side, it's Smith. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. He wants to throw it again. Steps away to find some room. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run. The Gamecocks offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him, and I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line, it's Johnson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Going deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Quarterback adapting. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short behind the game. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down. The Miners decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone is on action.
Defense way over-eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, UTEP. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. A run for the quarterback. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. To the air, it's Colson. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Running inside, it's Jones. Maybe a crease. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Motion from the wideout. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Looking to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling out for a massive fumble recovery.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Snagged in the middle. It's Paul.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll move the wide receiver. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Gets the back moving. A designed run for the quarterback. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air, it's Colson. Finds the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jones. Brought down at the 20, it's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. This time he wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Jacksonville State's offense comes out ready to start this drive. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Right back to the well. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man in the middle. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air, it's Colson. Fires complete on the crosser. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Gonna look downfield again. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a big play. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. And the Miners will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, the ground game. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen,
He's going to take a shot. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago. Because when you threw at this guy last week, he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game, and it's the exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for a man. It's Colson. Rushes on him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Miners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the 1st half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover, which now gives your opponent the chance to score some more points here at the end of the half.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Wide receiver going in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Looking for room. It's Savage. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, I've been there. This is one of those games you just want to forget right away and turn the page. 4 picks now thrown by this guy, and you're just not able to make your reads. Things aren't clicking. You're not seeing the field, and the ball's not coming out right. Next week cannot come soon enough for him, I can tell you that.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the back. Back to pass, it's Colson. Under fire. Got rid of it just in time.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Pucks it out of the air. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll send out the kicker here. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It is good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The run inside. It's Savage. Makes it past the marker. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. This time he wants to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the number 18 team, the Duke Blue Devils. And it's South Carolina not even blinking in this top 25 matchup. They took the lead on the opening drive of the game, and they've been adding to it ever since. Tough to imagine a halftime pep talk is going to change things. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game at Amherst Stadium. All week we heard about the 2 quarterbacks in this game. Turns out the secondaries have really neutralized those dudes. Ball hawks who've been physical and really put their stamp on that first half. And with that, let's head back to the guys at JSU Stadium.
And the Miners will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Running inside, it's Savage. Hard-hitting tackle. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. After that run, picked up the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here's the give off the left side. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Going to field this one in tight quarters. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Smith's got it. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Scanning the field, it's Colson. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. The Miners will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
2nd down, he'll throw it. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Right back to it. And the defense drags him down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Bunch formation for these receivers. Back to throw, it's Colson. Buys a little time. He's going to run it. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll try to do it himself. And he slides down and gets just enough to move those chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on 1st down. Pulls it in, it's Thomas. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Miners are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Looking to fire. Using the quick game.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll give it to him again. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. We've come to the break, and it's UTEP holding the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Unleashes one. Fires it incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Colson. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! And now the lead is extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Quick release on the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to get the first through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Trying to keep the drive alive. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Colson. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The run inside. It's Jones. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Miners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. On the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, UTEP! Excellent pass by the back on the option. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
UTEP 20, Jacksonville State 3.
On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to fire deep. They went for it all on first down, didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running inside, it's Savage. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get rid of it, and it's incomplete on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high-percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. They want to run this quarterback. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Myers on the move. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Got his man. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Slides to the ground after picking up the first great play on 2nd and short. Set up for the 1st down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the 1st down. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
I love it, and that's exactly how I'm going to play if I'm this defense today. You've seen him. This guy will take off. He'll make plays with his feet. Nice job playing coverage, but with eyeballs on the quarterback. Not allowing him to take off and run when he wants to. Great job. As soon as they see it, they pull the trigger, they come up and they make the tackle.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out